I've been on a program through the Bible app to read through the Bible cover to cover this calendar year. I haven't read it straight through for a while, so this is a good discipline, and I'm finding it fascinating, as always. This time it has made a particular impression on me of what a horrid story it is. I'm up to the middle of 1 Kings, and on just about every page, it's a story of people behaving badly. I've had to wade through Adam and Eve, the flood, the Tower of Babel, the patriarch stories, and then several books of page after page of complaining, rebellion, and stupidity, lack of faith. Through the book of Judges, it was just one misery after another. The story of Saul was a man who had mental and spiritual problems. David's life was a mess. Solomon managed to make a huge mess of his life. Now I'm reading through a string of kings, and each one is worse than the last one. It's awful. There are a few glimmers of hope, however. Joshua, Deborah, Abigail, Boaz, to name a few. The Hall of Fame is pretty empty so far. The Bible, so far, offers very few ways to deal with all this human screw-up. Leviticus told us all about the sacrificial system, but that didn't really deal with anything. It was more like sweeping their sin under the rug so Daddy wouldn't see it. But it was still there, sure enough. And most of how things get dealt with is the direct judgment of God. But in the long stream of things, God has been more than lenient with them on the whole. The result is that they just keep getting worse. It's an awful story. And I haven't even gotten to the prophets yet, which I know is going to be rough reading. I made a comment on the comments part of the Bible app for the people who are going through this reading program with me. And I said, these people really need a savior, really. I said, something's got to happen here to stop this deterioration of self and their souls, each other, and civilization. This can't go on, or else humanity is doomed. You just get this empty, sick feeling in the pit of your stomach of what is dreadfully wrong with humanity. And it's the penetrating, ubiquitous depravity of sin. I know I made a video about a month ago about how it was striking me more profoundly all the time of the centrality and importance of Jesus. I've mentioned to this group I'm reading this with, we've got to get to Jesus soon. I can't take this much more. See, Jesus is where the change comes. That's where the hope is. That's where the true solution lies. Oddly, when Jesus came, humanity was such a disaster that they didn't recognize him, and they even killed him. Seriously? Their only hope? Yep. But then his resurrection changed the world. I mean, really changed it. Changed the trajectory of humanity. Actually changed the human heart. It's the only hope there is. I look at today's world. It's a continuing saga of people behaving badly. There are 2.2 billion Christians on the planet, and even too many of them are people behaving badly. But for those who truly are loving Jesus with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength, and loving neighbor as self, you are the light of the world. You are the book of hope that people need to read to point them to Jesus. Jesus is the solution. He's the answer. He's the only hope. Make every minute count.